Hello, everyone. Goosebumps dude here. This one is going to be an actual serious video, covering a topic I have gone over before in the past in my first Doomslayer video, but I feel like it would be appropriate to make video on this topic specifically, since it is about whether or not Davoth had his power when he fought Doomguy. There is this big misbelief that he wasn't at full power when they fought. The two arguments for this that aren't just straight up lying are A, he lost his power in his fight with the father, and B, the father quote unquote stole his power. These are the two biggest arguments against Davoth, and they do have some truth in them. Unlike the other arguments like the physical Davoth just being a manifestation of him. No, that physical form is Davoth. It isn't some lower dimensional manifestation of him. Saying this just completely undermines how Primevals work. Anyway, let's jump into the video because it's really pissing me off. Starting with the first one. Yes, it is true that Davoth lost his power from his fight with the father, but every single person who I've seen argue this just ignores or doesn't go over how or because doesn't go over why he lost his power to begin with. It was because he lost his physical form. When his life sphere was ripped out of him by the father, he was removed from the physical realm, his once godly power being greatly diminished, being only able to communicate with those in the physical realm, like the Con Maker, reduced to whispers, as the Codex puts it. The tainted prophecy In the tainted prophecy, it is further hammered in, remarking that even without a physical form, the Dark Lord still has a powerful influence. This is not only represented in the Codex, but it is emphasized by by other primevals in the game, like the Father, saying that without a physical form, he is merely a presence that lacks control over those in the physical realm, like Urdak, despite having indefinite access and understanding of Urdak's systems. He has no recollection of himself, and he believes that his essence from the sphere will return him back to his full power, his full faculties. I'll let the clip play now.
It is clear that I am what was known as the Father. While I have indefinite access and understanding of this world's systems, I lack the control over them necessary to remove the demons and reseal the void. Without a physical form, I am merely a presence. I have no recollection of myself. I believe my essence from the sphere could return me to my full faculties.
So, as you can clearly see, the power of a primeval relies on whether or not they have a physical body, as explained in the text and by characters in game. Speaking of the Father, I've seen numerous people online, from YouTube to Reddit to versus Bell's Wiki, try to downplay Davoth by saying that the Father stole his power by these two quotes. I already explained how Davoth fell, so there is that. As for the ascend part, this just means that the Father took his place as the strongest being in creation, the ruler of existence. As said in the other quote, the Father stole, quote unquote, stole his name, which rolls onto the power stealing part. People would say that the Father absorbed his power / essence. This is a barefaced lie. It is never said anywhere that the Father absorbed Davoth's power. This is just referring to when the Father separated the Davoth's life sphere from his body, severing Davoth from his power, basically. He's unable to use it. There's even visual proof that the father absorbing Davov's essence being bullshit. There are life spheres in the Tomb of Souls. Notice how their essences are just completely different in color. Davov's essence being red and purple, while the father's essence being yellow. If it were to have, if the father were to have absorbed Davov's power, which is part of the essence, surely we would see that at least like the same color of Davov's essence inside the father's sphere. We don't see that even when the father's life sphere explodes. Even if we do say that somehow Davos' power is in the life sphere because the father absorbed it, Samur Maykr went on to absorb the power from the life sphere, of which Doomguy fights and almost kills at the end of the Ancient Gods Part 1. So, yeah. So the father didn't steal Davov's power, and we know that he should be at full power when he regains his physical form, which he does and loses to Doomguy badly. He is even treated as a threat to all of existence after his resurrection, and it is said that if he was ever reincarnated in physical form, only another primeval or something more powerful can slay him. So, a primeval or something even greater is required to kill him. Primevals being gods amongst gods, that only one of them can exist in a realm safely. I feel like this was needed, and I hope I crushed or significantly damaged this idea and attributed to it stop being used. It's it's very disingenuous, to say the least. The weird thing is that these all of this information isn't that difficult to find. But despite all of this clear information, I am 99% positive that despite what I have shown, you will still see some people trying to nitpick what I said in the video and deny it altogether. They will misinterpret statements or just straight up invent things that never even existed. If you see people doing this, please point them out. If you see someone on other websites say this sort of thing, you can direct them to this video. Rant aside, that'll be it for this video. Feel free to check out the rest of my content, my horrible, garbage, stupid, smelly content, my edutainment content over nerd stuff. And have a good day.